Good morning, everyone. It is January 1st, 2021. I cannot believe it. I am shocked that we are here, and I'm happy that 2020 is over with, and I'm just excited and feeling optimistic for this new year. I am going to have a productive day. I am determined. Our boys have kind of been going through a sleep regression, so we'll see how productive I am today, but Seth is home because it's New Year's Day, so he can help me watch them so I can get a bunch of stuff done. But today I want to clean my fridge out and hopefully clean my pantry out and just like organize and make things like fresh and clean. And something is smelling weird every time I open my fridge, so I need to figure out what that is and like wipe all the shelves down and organize. So that is my next plan. I'll do like a time lapse of me doing that. Also, I had another TikTok go viral last night and I woke up with it at 1.1 or 1.2 million views, and I woke up and hit 15 million likes total on my TikTok page. It's just like crazy. And like, this is gonna sound so dumb and ungrateful, but like, I purely downloaded TikTok as like a joke. Like, I just thought that it was just like for the memes. And why is that the social media that like my account blows up on? Like, not that it's a bad thing. TikTok has seriously blessed me in so many ways, but it's like, why that one? But it's a good thing because I do not think the Instagram or the YouTube algorithm is technically fair to small creators. YouTube algorithm is by far the worst. I feel like if you don't already have a huge following on YouTube, it is pretty close to impossible to like gain a big following overnight or like have something go viral, because they do not promote anything that doesn't already have like a ton of traction and traffic, which is like a whole nother thing that I wanted to talk about with like how hard I worked on YouTube and how my YouTube success is just like so uncomparably bad compared to my TikTok success, and how similar the content is on both platforms. So that's just a whole nother topic. But yeah, I still am trying and doing my best.
Get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Your dark hair with those eyes so bright, they look into my soul and it sparks my life. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time. Do you remember? Can I take you there? Back to when we felt like this was forever. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time. Do you remember? Can I take you there? You're all I need. Can I take you there? Can I take you there? For the wrong guys, they keep telling me it's alright. How could I be so blind? I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type.
Okay, Seth is going to watch the boys for a few minutes while I go grab some lunch, and then after I go get lunch, he is taking Sawyer to his parents to watch a football game, and I will be watching Isaac for a couple hours. So we split up the boys sometimes because I just like have stuff to do today and I don't really want to watch football. So he is going to go do that with Sawyer, and it's fun to get some one-on-one time. So yeah, I'm going to get Jimmy John's because Seth is going to have lunch at his parents. So he just said, oh, go grab yourself something to eat and I'll watch the boys before I leave. And he hates Jimmy John's, so I'm going there by myself because we never go there. Seth has left, so now it's just me and Isaac, and he actually needs to go down for a nap. He needs to go down for a nap. He has a booger on his face in like 30 minutes. So we're just gonna cuddle, and then once he's down, I'm gonna do some laundry and hang out and do a little bit more cleaning. Okay, Isaac is down for his nap, and I wanted to just talk to you guys about my goals and ambitions in 2021 and just kind of go over like what I'm feeling motivated to do and change this year that I did not do last year. Before we even get into it, I just want to talk about 2020 for like 2 seconds. It was probably the hardest and best year of my life in many ways. Hardest being obviously with the pandemic and everything, but even besides that, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer January of 2020. She started chemo right away, and she had to do, I think, 6 or 8 rounds. I can't remember. She actually did really well the first few rounds, and then as the last 2 or 3 came about, she was very, very sick. And I am super close with my mom. She comes over to my house all the time. She helps me with the boys all the time. And just being a brand new mom, I had the boys October of 2019. They came home from the NICU the day after Thanksgiving. So I was basically a brand new mom start of 2020. Besides my husband, I always pictured my mom being like my main support person, and these are her first grandbabies, and so she was just so excited to help me with them. And when she got diagnosed with cancer, it was just like devastating, but luckily they found it early. It was a type of cancer that was very curable. She was optimistic about her treatments, and she is cancer free now, which is amazing. So she finished chemo in June. She finished chemo in May or June, had her mastectomy in June, and then has had like 2 reconstructive surgeries since then. So she's still on her cancer journey, but she is cancer free, which is amazing. But just with that happening this year has been like absolutely crazy, because she is like my best friend, and that has been so difficult. But it was like a really great reminder that like you cannot plan things. So many things are just completely out of your control, and everything is just in God's hands, and just having, you know, your support systems and your family like over anything is what is most important. So that was the main thing that happened to me at the beginning of 2020. So that was like the first 6 months, was having these brand new newborn twins, my mom going through her chemo treatment and beating cancer, and that was just like really emotionally draining. I had no time to like process any emotions during that time, because I was just so absorbed in my babies and getting them the help they need. And that was at the time what we started realizing that they were getting pretty behind on milestones, but we couldn't start any sort of physical therapy or anything till the summer, because all elective treatments were basically canceled, you know, till further notice. And so our boys were not able to do therapy. They weren't able to do any early intervention. They like didn't get any help those first few months that we started noticing them falling behind, which was really frustrating as well. Also in June, my sister had a baby, which was amazing, and they had a little boy, and he is darling. I love him so much. And when she had him, my mom was like at her sickest, and so that was just really difficult for my family to see my mom be so sick during such like a happy time. Following that event, we had just like a lot of family drama, kind of magnified all my postpartum depression and anxiety. It completely brought new things into my brain that did not need to be there. I don't even know how to describe it without telling you like what happened, but basically a family member blamed me for all of my boys' illnesses and problems, and said that the way I treated my body during my pregnancy resulted in their prematurity and their cerebral palsy and everything, and it was just very, very painful. My family has not been the same since that happened, and unfortunately I don't think it will be for a long time, because of how just devastating that was. Kids, like, it was just the most insulting, horrible thing anyone could ever say to a special needs parent. And that happened in June, and the rest of this year has literally just been me trying to mentally recover, trying to, you know, do a lot of therapy and stuff because of that. I'm just like feeling really optimistic and just like a big breath of fresh air going into this new year. I'm putting 2020 behind me just because of all of that. But now I can go into my 2021 goals. So this year I would love to exercise and or go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. I know for a fact it's not going to be a 7-day-a-week thing. I don't ever exercise on Sundays. I am active every single day, but I would just love to get to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, and I feel like that's super realistic for me, being a mom of 1-year-old twins. I renewed my gym membership last week, and I've been going, and I've gone 4 times since last week, so I'm feeling really good, and I have kind of established a little bit of a routine that I really like, so hopefully I can keep going with that. My next goal is to upload weekly to YouTube, and if not, upload more. I was so inconsistent this year, and I think that was one of the reasons why my content was not getting the traction that I would have liked. And I really want to prioritize making content like and I want to prioritize making good content on my Instagram and YouTube, but YouTube specifically. All right, my next one is prioritize intuitive eating. The reason why I say prioritize intuitive eating and not just eat healthy is because I have learned that for me, the best way that I have learned to treat my body is just intuitive eating. It is so unrealistic for me and like my habits to just say I will never eat anything unhealthy, I'll never eat junk food, I'm gonna count calories. Like that is just so far from like what I want to do and like what makes me happy and like feel good about myself. And I just love intuitive eating, which is just eating what you feel like your body needs and what feels good to you. And for me, my intuitive eating is eating healthy 2 out of my 3 meals a day, and I usually eat healthy pretty much all day, but I also snack. And as long as I'm listening to my body and I understand like what makes me feel good and what I'm putting in and the exercise that I'm doing and everything, it's just basically just finding balance. And so as long as I'm just like listening to my body, giving myself what I need, and then like allowing myself some grace, I think that is just what's like realistic for me. My next one is to practice deep breathing. And this seems very odd, but my sister is a therapist, and when all of that family drama and issues and everything went down, I started to have horrible anxiety and kind of panic attacks, and she taught me a lot of breathing techniques to help me when I'm getting like antsy and my anxiety's kicking in and my heart starts racing, to do these deep breathing techniques. And a lot of my postpartum also came in anger, and I'd get angry and frustrated really fast, so I'm trying to like catch myself before I get into that stage and just take deep breaths, think about what I'm going to say, or if I want to say something before I say it. Helped a lot since she showed me how to do that. So my next one is to pray daily, meditate, and manifest. So the reason why I put pray, meditate, and manifest is because those are all like 3 different things to me. Praying is, I'm Christian, so I'm praying to God and just asking him for things, thanking him for things. And those are things that I want to do every single day, because not only is that make me feel good, but it reminds me of all the blessings that I have and this wonderful life that I have and my beautiful children and my home. And it's a nice reminder that I'm not in control and that I can have someone to go to and feel better about relying on someone other than myself, something bigger than myself. Meditation for me is just thinking quietly, pondering, going over things, taking a step back from my phone, my laptop, media, just thinking about what I want to think about, positive thoughts and affirmations, and just giving my mind a break. And obviously prayer and meditation kind of go hand in hand, but that is just like something that I love to do. And whenever I meditate, I always like feel so calm and peaceful afterwards. So, and manifesting for me is a little bit different. Manifesting to me is, because I'm like religious, obviously I don't 100% believe in manifestation, but manifestation to me is just like really striving to meet my goals and just in my head over and over again imagining me hitting these goals. And it's basically positive affirmations in my head that I want something, I can go and do it. And all 3 of those things like go hand in hand to me, and I just really want to do that a lot in 2021. My next one is do some sort of daily scripture and devotional, and that's something that I want to do, and just kind of like either read like a talk or just like a little bit of something motivational and like spiritual every morning, just to kind of put myself in the right mindset, and then just study my scriptures. It's just something I like doing. My husband is really smart when it comes to like Bible stuff. He knows every story. Like he just like, my husband knows like the Bible and the scriptures inside and out, and I really would love to read with him because it's old, it's hard to read sometimes, and he has a really good perspective and he's really smart. So my next one is just staying motivated and productive. There are so many days where I just don't get anything done, and there's so many windows of time where I'm just like on my phone or just like doing things, and I look back and I'm like, wow, that window of time could have been used so much better. But it's all about finding balance, because I am a mom, so if I need a breather and like I've done stuff and I just need to like relax, it's okay. So my next one is doing PT and OT with the boys every day. They go to physical therapy at our children's hospital every other week, and then they do Zoom physical therapy every week. They do OT at the hospital as well. So we have plenty of exercises to do, plenty of things. So just working on that with them and making sure that their playtime is just very engaging. This is something my husband and I have talked about doing while we're actively playing with the boys, just like not having our phone by us and just playing with them, and making sure everything that we do with them is just like integrating those physical therapy, occupational therapy things, because that does them so much good. They've made so much progress this year with it, so I just want to continue and just give them the best start possible. And I would love if they both walked by 2. That is my goal. I don't know if Isaac will get there, but I'm pretty pretty positive Sawyer will walk by 2. Right now, with all of Isaac's testing and everything, they're saying he will walk on his own. He's just on his own timeline. And I have a good friend who had basically the exact same thing that happened to Isaac happened to her as a baby, and she's my age, and I didn't even know. She said she didn't walk until she was 3, and she does have mild CP, but she is incredibly smart, incredibly beautiful, in law school right now, and she played sports in high school, and she's been an awesome resource for me because I grew up with her and I've been friends with her since middle school and had no idea. But yeah, I just want to make sure I'm doing everything I can with him so he will have the best long-term out. The next one is spending less time on TikTok, which is kind of ironic because that's like my biggest platform. I just hit 380,000 followers on TikTok, which is crazy. And I don't really post on TikTok that much. And it's just these random videos that get traction that do give me my audience. But I do just like spend a lot of time just mindlessly scrolling on TikTok. And constantly I'm getting that TikTok that shows up that's like, you've been on this app way too long. And I'm like, oh, I don't care. And I keep scrolling. I waste so much time on there. It's like out of control. I would way rather be like watching YouTube videos or something. Next, I want to spend more quality time with my husband. He works from home a lot, so it's not like we don't see each other a lot, but a lot of the time we're together, like we're playing on our phones, or he's watching TV, or I'm watching TV, it's not like a lot of actual quality time together. And we don't really get date nights much anymore because we're parents now. And so just making sure we like actually plan time together. And our boys go to bed fairly early. They go to bed at like 7:38. So we talked about like every evening just like spending the time without our phones and just like relaxing and hanging out with each other and, you know, doing things that we both enjoy together after our boys go down to bed, and just like actively having a date night schedule so that we can actually go on dates and spend time with each other and catch up. So that is one thing that I definitely want to work on. The next one is just being mindful of money. With the recession that we had this year, my husband works in real estate. He's a realtor, and that was difficult. It never got crazy scary for us, luckily, but it was just something that was a little bit eye-opening, and I just want to be more mindful and not just go out and spend money just to spend money, because sometimes I would like get in these funks where I feel like that was like the only thing that brought me joy, and that's stupid, and I need to get over that. We are not going to be in this house forever. I want to move out of this townhome probably within 2 to 3 years, I would say. So, you know, just being mindful about money, because when we do want to move eventually, I would like to have, you know, money saved up to do so and to upgrade. So that is just something that obviously will happen over time. And the next one is just staying on top of bills, and specifically medical bills and credit. Credit is something I learned about when I was a teenager, and I just like had no idea. And then I started building my credit once I bought my first car, and it's something I'm passionate about, and I want to have good credit and be a, you know, responsible adult. And with our boys' situations, we have tons of medical bills, and it's really hard to stay on top of things. We have insurance, so they do a lot of it, but with our boys' NICU stay, with my crazy pregnancy, there's just been like so many medical bills. So just making sure we stay super organized on, you know, what's been paid, what's being processed, what we have to pay. Like I just want to stay super organized in 2021 when it comes to that stuff, because you do not want to get behind on that, because it will affect your credit. So that's something that we just want to be super adamant about being on top of. My mental health is probably in the forefront of this year, and it was not last year. And that's something that if someone or something is affecting me negatively, I need to learn to tune it out, you know, take it out of my life. I'm just like feeling really optimistic going into this year, and I'm just excited to see what it holds. It's the next day, and we are going to go to the aquarium. And this little guy decided not to take a second nap. Are you naughty? Are you naughty? Good morning, guys. I'm about to do my makeup for the day. Only plans we have today are going to Seth's parents for dinner. We're doing church online today. What you just saw was that we went to the aquarium, which was so fun, but it was really crowded. And I was actually pretty shocked how crowded it was because you have to like reserve a time window to go because of COVID. So we like reserved our time limit, and I just don't think they probably follow that because it was packed. It was also a Saturday and a lot of people are off for New Year's, so that makes sense. And it was a rough night last night. Isaac has not woken up in the night since he had a seizure, and like before then it was like in the summer. Like he's always been such a good sleeper boy, and he is going through the worst regression, and I think there's a few factors to it. Last night he woke up every 2 hours until midnight, and then we gave him a suppository and he pooped and fell asleep till this morning. So probably what's going on, but literally Seth and I are like evaluating everything to figure out like what is happening to him because he's so sad. This morning we just woke up, and that's kind of our morning routine, is they wake up and watch a show while I get them dressed and changed, and they wake up and have their morning bottles and do I'm doing my quick makeup today, which is sometimes just concealer. Today I did foundation. My skin really needed it. I'm having horrible breakouts, but it's usually just concealer, powder, brows, blush, and mascara. Today I'm feeling a little bit extra. I'm going to do probably bronzer and then use bronzer as eyeshadow, which I've recently, like I don't know why I've never done that before, but I've recently really enjoyed, so. Okay, I'm actually gonna end the vlog here. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful new year, and I will see you in the next one.